Hi, good day everyone. So for today's demo, I'll be showing you how Threatlocker can perform an application control without the need of a help desk remote access session. So typically, a traditional way to do installing an application to a computer of a user is to call their help desk and ask for a remote session, or maybe do it physically within the office premise, right? So they will need to put their domain credentials or account to perform the said application install. But in this case, with Threatlocker, I'll be showing you how that works. So let's right here we have TeamViewer, and the case here is that this user needs to install this application for the purpose of remoting into some servers. So let's try and click this application here, and as you can see here, we were prompted by a denied Windows prompt that says we don't have appropriate permission to access the item. And then here we have the pop-up from Threatlocker. So what this means is that Threatlocker is blocking the application to be installed in the computer. So this is already something that secure your computer or endpoint in terms of any unauthorized or malicious activities within your computer system. So here we have two options. We could request access as a user to say to tell the Threatlocker admin that hey, we need this application to be installed, and we also an alternative way, which what we call Threatlocker User Store. Instead of allowing TeamViewer, you could propose something else like AnyDesk. Let's just wait for a bit. And so from here, we are prompted by the Threatlocker store. So it means I could install or download this application and then be able to install and use it right away instead of requesting access to the Threatlocker admin. So this way, um, there's no need for a request access and wait for an approval. Okay, so that's for the user store. That's an alternative. But in this case, we really need to use TeamViewer. So let me try and do that again and click request access. And then from here, we are prompted with a message that we could include so that the Threatlocker admin will be able to see that from the request. And we could also put some email address here for us to be notified if our request has been approved. So I'm just going to send request and click OK. All right, so now in the Threatlocker portal, we should be able to see the request from the user. I'm gonna hit refresh and it's here. Okay, I'm just click the request, and from this pop-up window at the side, we should be able to click show complete file details and be able to see the request and just get more information and dissect the request. And then from here, we have options like virus total, download file, or insights. Insight is the AI function of Threatlocker to give you more info about the application. Here we have the virus total, which detects any malware signature on the application through signature-based attacks or yeah, as a malware if it contains any malicious signatures. And download file if you want to download the application and maybe run it on a virtual machine or an isolated computer instead of doing it directly or approving the application to run into the computer system. And we also have run in testing environment. So what happens here is that if we open this up, we will be uh, given an option to perform tasks like inside the sandbox for Windows. And what happens here is that we could perform that install and we will be able to see any differences, such as if there's any type of modification within the system registry or any virus total malware signature that has been detected. That would goes to be read in this tab. And also we will be able to find out through the built-in application within Threatlocker. So what built-in application means is a if an application matches the Threatlocker built-ins in terms of signature, certificate, or any sort of hash, that will be detected automatically, and you'll be able to just click on which is the best application definition. So in this case, I'll just click TeamViewer, and you could also uh, select that you don't want to use the known application and just put like a specific attribute such as hash or maybe file directory or certificate. You can do that as well. Basically, this is something that you want to perform if you're logging in into a specific version of the application. Okay. And then here, we also have the applies to function, which is in this request, you all are already performing or adding a policy for TeamViewer. It's not just that for this computer. You could also perform this and make this apply to computer group or for your entire organization. But in the purpose of the demo, I'll be just using this computer. And then policy expiration. So let's say you just want this to uh, done for like specific period of time. I could set this permanently or I could set this to 8 hours. So what happens if that policy expired? So basically the TeamViewer will not be run and it will not get blocked, but it will be uh, set to the default deny rule. Okay, so in this case I'll just put permanent, and then from the actions part, here you could already perform a ring fence, which is basically restricting your application to interact with certain settings in your operating system. And we have also this elevation. So instead of allowing your users to log in or having in admin rights tied to their account, we could perform the install by just doing elevation for TeamViewer only. Okay, so this is something that I want to install for the computer or for the user. I'll click elevate, and then we also have this elevation time period, which I could perform like, okay, I will allow you to perform this elevated task for a period of 8 hours, but after 8 hours, it will only run with standard admin rights or standard rights that has no administrator access to your operating system. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click approve, submit approval, and that should be already sent to be run on the computers. So let's now get back here and let's double check on TeamViewer if we could already run this application without any customers. And there you go. I'm able to install this application without the need of a help desk, and I can also be notified through an email. So I hope that helps, and thank you very much.